Hello Libra, welcome to my table. My name is Toni, and this is the Libra Weekly Tarot Forecast for the week of March 18th through the 24th, 2021. However, anytime you are here is exactly when you are intended to be here because time is limitless. Hi, hello, welcome back to my returning subscribers, and hello to you if you are brand new here. As I said, my name is Toni. So before we begin, if you are enjoying my content, please be sure to give me a little love, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, find out when I post new content. And if you see a deck of cards you like, they are all linked down below in the description, as well as be sure to check out that link for my Etsy shop if you want to get a private reading with me. Okie dokie. So let me grab a quick sip of tea and we will get going. All right, Libra, Libra, Libra. Let's see what's going on for you this week. Let's get our table cleared and set, okay? We're going to get out the Palo Santo, and we will create a sacred container where we welcome and invite in our higher selves, as well as calling upon and welcoming Christed consciousness to join us. We command our sovereignty over this time, dimension, place, and space, and we disinvite and disallow all beings, energies, and entities of less than Christed consciousness, and we clear, we bless, we protect this space. We clear, we bless, we protect this space, and I'm going to clear, bless, protect, activate, and fully align all of my chakras and energetic auric grid systems. Beautiful, Libra. All right, headphone users, do me a favor, turn down your volume a little bit so I can set the tone for this reading. Okay, here we go. Nice, Libra. And there's a little bitty gnat that needs to go away. And let's set our intentions for this reading by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We call upon our angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, mother of the earth, father of the skies, sacred ones. We call upon you and we welcome you here now. We ask that you please help us to understand and to interpret these messages to the best of our understanding as we receive them. Thank you. All right. Let's go, let's go. So let's start with the Power Thoughts cards, Libra. So if you're listening with your headphones on, before I shuffle every deck of cards, I will pray over them. Turn down your volume when you see me pray because I shuffle kind of loud and you don't want that in your ear. All right? So let's begin, Libra. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, what messages do we have for Libra this week? What does Libra most need to hear for the week of March 18th through the 24th, 2021? What does Libra need to know about whatever time, date, place, or space they are watching this reading? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, what messages do we have for Libra this week? What messages does Libra most need to know for this week? What's going on? Messages to Libra from their higher self. Oh, there it goes. Nice. I love this one, especially because, on Sunday, it is the spring, the vernal equinox. Spring begins here in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, y'all are having the autumnal equinox, or fall is beginning. So I love this message for those of us, especially here in the northern equinox, where our northern hemisphere, where, the light is becoming more, we're moving into spring, we're leaving the winter, we're leaving the darkness, we're moving into the light. So I really appreciate this message, especially for this week. I trust the process of life. You see how they're planting all their little flowers, waiting for them to grow? And your girl here needs her glasses. This is some little tiny writing. There is a rhythm and a flow to life, and I am part of it. Life supports me and brings to me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. I trust the process of life to bring me to my highest good. So there is a rhythm and a flow of life, right? There's a rhythm and a flow of life. And, sometimes we're winning, sometimes we're losing, sometimes we're standing still. But regardless, it's a process. It's just like the flowers, when you plant the seed, you got to wait for the seed to grow. And the interesting thing about a seed is you plant that little seed of potential in the dark. And, a seed grows in the darkness. That's kind of the more interesting thing about a seed. It grows and has to put down roots, and then it has to grow up through the dirt and bloom, and then, you know, then it stalks, and then finally, you know, maybe it flowers, and then the flower blossoms and falls off, and then suddenly it grows the fruit. So, you know, it takes a long time from the time you plant that seed to eat an apple, right? So you have to trust the process of life. You're not going to plant a seed and eat an apple tomorrow. And the thing is also when you plant that seed, you just have to trust that if you water it and you know, don't mess around with it too much, you just make sure it stays healthy, you know, give it a little food and then, you know, soil sometimes and water it at least a couple times every so often. You trust that that seed's going to grow. You don't sit there and go, okay, grow seed, grow. No, you trust. You trust the process of life, right? You trust that, you know, when you find out you're pregnant, you trust that 9 months from now, at least you try to trust. I understand it's not always easy. Try to trust that 9 months from now, there's going to be a fully formed baby coming out of you. And there's nothing much you have to do but just sit back and wait, right? And then 9 months later, there'll be a baby. It's kind of the same thing. You've got to learn to trust the process of life, trust where you are. Try not to create too many ripples and waves, but go with the flow, Libra, you know. The more that we present doubt and fear and worry and anxiety, the more we're telling the universe we don't trust it. We don't trust life. We don't trust you to take care of us. And the less likely things are going to go our way. You've got to trust. You got to let go, let God. Is a cliche, but it is a thing for a reason. You know, even if you don't believe in God, and to each their own, I don't care what you believe in. Source, higher power, universe, collective consciousness, whatever you want to talk about, I don't care. Or nothing at all, whatever. You have to understand we are all energetically connected. Your energy, I am energy. The space between us right now is energy. The air all around me is energy. And the energy is it's like a web, and we're all connected. And you have to understand that what's happening to you is happening to everybody else. What's happening within is happening without. What's happening above is happening below. It's just life. Trust it. The good can't stay good forever. The bad can't stay bad forever. Life ebbs and flows. So just go with it. Ride the wave. Don't drown. Don't create ripples. Don't create whirlpools. Just ride the wave. Okay? All right. So let's see what is that about, Libra. We're going to look at the Universal Rider-Waite Tarot. So let's shuffle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for Libra this week? What does Libra most need to know for the week of March 18th through the 24th, 2021? What messages do we have for Libra for whatever time, day, place, or space? Get in there. Or space they are watching. Thank you. All right. So what is the energy Libra is sitting in currently? What are the current present energies Libra is dealing with? What is the current situation? Did I just become like from Wisconsin? What situation? What was that? What is the current situation for Libra? Ooh, interesting, because Gemini got this. Aquarius got. I don't remember. One of your elemental cousins got this card as well. It's time for you to walk away. It's time to you know, what's interesting is I think what you're supposed to be walking away from. You know, it says I trust the process of life. It's leaving behind doubt, worry, fear. It's trusting more. It's having more faith. It's having more hope. It's believing that everything is always working out for you, because it is. Even in the contrast, you know, when you're experiencing the contrast and you're seeing things that you don't want to see, and you're watching people with behaviors that you don't, you know, approve of, that contrast helps make it very clear to you what it is you do want. And therefore, you will focus on what you do want more and what you don't want less. Excuse me just 1 second. Speaking of flowers blooming, allergy season has arrived here in the southeastern United States, and it is fully evident. But we're talking about leaving behind faith, or grabbing hold of faith, trust, hope, you know, and letting go of the seeds of doubt. And honestly, that's what we're talking about. The seeds of doubt, the seeds of worry, the seeds of fear, the seeds of anxiety. Letting go of that and choosing a different path. It's choosing to care enough about how you feel to choose to feel good, to choose to think thoughts that feel mostly good, to choose to be balanced and to be at peace. You can do that. That's something you can choose. I promise. All right, Libra, what are the obstacles ahead of you this week? So what are the obstacles ahead of Libra this week? Alrighty. You're not resting enough. you are trying to, and you're not trying to recover or recuperate enough. This is the Four of Swords for me is what I always call the re card: recover, recuperate, rest, rejuvenate. I don't know what else, other words it could be, but that energy, healing. Okay, so it's like you're not focusing on your healing enough. You know, part of focusing on your healing is trusting life. It's trusting the process of life. It's having hope for the future. It's having faith that what is meant to be is going to work out, and that it can't always rain. A rain cloud eventually runs out of rain. It can't rain forever, okay? It's got to eventually, the sun has to come out. And as I'm saying this in the past hour, the sun's come out where I've been, and it's been pouring for the last few days. But, you know, you've got to trust the process of life. Like I said, it can't rain forever. I have to trust that. You know, I went through a very large typhoon a few years ago. It was a Cat 5, a super plus Cat 5. It was the biggest recorded storm in history, and I had to trust that storm was going to be over that night. I had to believe that I was not going to lose my life to that storm, and my family wasn't going to lose their life to the storm, and we were all going to make it, and we did. We did. So that's what you're trying to say. You've got to trust sometimes. You have to have faith sometimes. You have to hold on to hope, and you got to allow yourself to heal. You got to allow yourself to let go of old patterns, old conditioning, ways of thinking, thought forms. You got to examine the way you see things and ask yourself, am I really trusting, or am I, you know, just full of worry and doubt and fear? You know, it's time to let go of that. That's the message. It's time to heal yourself, Libra. This is the week. Show up for yourself. Do the thing. You know what I mean? All right. So what is the final energies moving towards you? Or the future energies moving towards Libra this week? Future incoming energies for Libra. Incoming energies for Libra. Wowza. No. We ain't doing that. I will say I did see the Page of Swords, so there is kind of a new way of thinking, maybe a new, younger way, or a fresh approach to seeing things. We'll see what we get, but I did see that. King of Pentacles. So this is a very good hand. Oh, nice. At the bottom of the card, Ace of, there you go. There you go. Leaving that old way of thinking behind. Yes, leaving the traditional. Yes, taking the path of least resistance. There you go, Libra. All right, incoming energies, King of Pentacles. You know, this is the king who's very sturdy, solid, and he really, he focuses on his present, but he also focuses on his future. He makes sure not only is his bills paid, but he has money in savings for a rainy day. And this is you really focusing on your future, okay, and focusing on choosing to create the future that you want. You got to remember, the thoughts you think today create your future, and that's kind of what this is about. It's about getting grounded, okay? King of Pentacles, you know, getting grounded and choosing to examine yourself, to really get to know yourself, being present in the moment and trusting what's coming, but also just being aware of your conscious thoughts right now, like choosing thoughts. That's really what the King of Pentacles is about. It's like, you know, he's very grounded, like I said. So even though this is not the King of, although you do have the Queen of Swords, this is not the King of Swords, which would be the king who chooses his thoughts. The King of Pentacles, because he's very grounded, he's very aware, he's very conscious of what he's saying. He's very aware of his presence, his demeanor, and of the words that he has, because he knows he has impact. And so that's kind of what it is. It's choosing your thoughts, it's choosing your words, it's choosing your behaviors. And as you do so, it's allowing what you want to come to you because you're choosing it. So it's not just, you know, living mindlessly and not being aware and not being, you know, self-examining, you know, being in that ego state, but it's really tapping down into yourself and getting to know yourself at your most authentic way and expressing yourself in your most authentic way. The Clarifiers, look at this at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Five of Swords, Hierophant, Judgment, and Temperance. So as you walk away from old thought forms, patterns, conditioned, you know, ways of seeing things, just as you leave the things that aren't serving you behind, and you heal and you get yourself more grounded, you make room for some big love coming in. And this is, you know, the Queen of Swords. She's not only is she a mind well examined, you know, you learn to love yourself. And the more that you learn to love yourself, because that's what healing is loving yourself, okay? You're choosing to care about yourself, choosing to care about how you feel, okay? When you learn to love yourself, you choose to care a whole lot more about how you feel. And you stop fighting against the ego. You stop doing things the way you've always done them, which is kind of, you know, what the ego does. The ego just kind of runs on autopilot. You no longer are, because you've examined your behaviors, because you've looked at your old thought patterns and conditioned ways of thinking and habits and just all that. You've really spent time just like working on letting go of the things that doesn't work for you, okay? You've moved past these old way of thinking that was just kind of holding you back. You've reached this crossroad where you finally get to choose. I mean, and I want to point out, look at this. This is both the angels here, okay? You've got Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel here, okay? You've reached this crossroad judgment where the path of least resistance is going to be evident to you. Temperance, okay? And because you have chosen to love yourself and care about how you feel and think the good thoughts. And I don't mean we're spiritually bypassing. What I mean is like when shit happens, deal with it, okay? But when you're done dealing with shit, come back over here to where it feels good and choose to feel good and choose to think good thoughts and be appreciative and see how much better it just is in general, okay? When you come back over here to that land where you love yourself enough to care about how you feel, bam, man, those crossroads shows right up, and you're going to be given the opportunity to take a path of least resistance. There feels like there's an incoming new pathway opening up. It feels like you're opening yourself up. And really what I really love about that is you see how the Eight of Cups, when you walk away from what no longer serves you, see how he's on a path? That's because you open up to a new path. The new path is the path of least resistance. When you let go of these toxic thought forms and habits and past ways of seeing things that weren't helping and certainly weren't serving you, and you start healing yourself, man, it's going to open wide up for you. It really is. All right, Libra, let's close it out with the angels and the ancestors. I even love that we picked the angels and the ancestors because you got the angels right here. That's kind of fun. You've got a lot of divinely inspired energy coming through, and it's funny. My favorite tarot reader here on YouTube, Soulful Revolution. Her name's Mary Jo. She even said she's been experiencing a lot of the archangels showing up recently in her readings too. So I just kind of think it's funny that I watched that, and then like an hour later, here they are. So, all right, are we ready to shuffle? All right, Libra, here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, what messages do we have for Libra this week? What does Libra most need to hear for the week of March 16th through the 24th? Wait, I said that wrong. 18th through the 24th. Or 17th. Heck, I don't know what day it is. I've lost count. 18th. Yes, 18th. Today is the 18th. 18th through the 24th. What does Libra most need to hear from whatever time, date, place, or space they are watching this? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, messages to Libra from their higher self. Messages to Libra for their higher self. We need some divinely inspired messages to Libra. It's 11:11, Libra. Let's make a wish. I receive that for all of us. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Yes. All right, messages to Libra from their higher self. Nice. Speaking of your higher self, the high priest shows up, the hermit shows up. So this is about getting into alignment with your true self. And then lady, enjoy. Okay, the crazy thing is that in all three elemental signs for you, air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, all three of you pulled lady. That's wild. I love it. And actually, you all also pulled the Eight of Cups too. And there's a lot of aces for all of you as well. So it's kind of an energy of healing the past and moving into loving yourself here. Elementally, you all kind of share that theme this week. I love that. And in general, that's what happens. The elements all share a general theme. So y'all's theme this week, air signs, is definitely about loving yourself and choosing to care enough about how you feel to create the pathway that opens up, to create this pathway and bring it to you and open a door to huge possibilities. You have lady, enjoy growth, and reap rewards. Remember when we talked about planting the seed and eating the apple? Look what's in her hand. Spirit is funny. Spirit plays funny jokes all the time. And that's just kind of confirmation from Spirit. That's what they're saying. You got to trust the process. You don't plant the seed and eat the apple the next day. You got to trust the process. Be patient with life. Give time. Good things take time. Have faith. Hold on to faith. Hold on to hope. You know, don't give in to worry, fear, doubt, you know, anxiety. And I understand that's easy to do. I suffered with anxiety. I literally suffered with anxiety for almost 40 years. And it's only been in about the past not even 2 years that I finally gotten over. And it's not even I've gotten over. That's the silliest thing to say. You don't get over anxiety. I've healed myself. And you can too. And anybody can. That's because you have to learn first. First step is trying to feel good as much as possible, as often as possible, and staying there as long as possible. But then when you do start to trust the process of life, it gets real juicy. Just like a really good apple, it gets really juicy. Life does. It starts to get fun. It unfolds in ways you don't see. All right, you've got the Hermit, retreat and recharge, and you've got the High Priest. What does this say? Intend and create. So they want you to retreat, recharge, intend, and create. This is the week, Libra, to tap into your own inner self, to get into alignment with your higher self. I mean, you've got this divinely inspired energy coming through here twice with archangels Gabriel and Michael showing up. And so the energy of that is really and truly about being in alignment with your higher self. And there's 1,000 ways people are going to tell you to do this. They're going to say to meditate, to pray, to cut your cords and get your chakras balanced. Yes, do all that. That's cool. That's great. That's wonderful. But I'm going to tell you, the quickest, fastest, easiest way to get into alignment with your higher self and to be able to hear your own inner self and to know what your intuition wants you to do. Oh no, that's not really the right message here. It's to feel good. To feel good. Your higher self is a higher vibrational being. They can never feel your lower vibrations, but you can raise your vibrations up and meet them because they sit at love and above. There's love, joy, bliss, probably like nirvana. I don't know what the order is going up. You can reach love. You can reach joy. You can reach bliss, happiness. These are all higher vibrations. But the thing about happiness, all right, feeling good, being happy, love, joy, bliss, nirvana. Okay, feeling good and being happy are almost about, and even feeling happy is almost too much to ask somebody to sustain. Bliss, feeling pure bliss, feeling pure love, feeling pure happy, feeling pure joy, feeling nirvana all the time, 365 days of the year, 24/7 would be too much for any of us. That's just a very high frequency. But your higher beings, that's where they sit, okay? They're up there. You can meet them there and you can conversate with them. But the quickest way to bring them into you in your active daily life is to choose to care about how you feel, to choose to love yourself enough to feel good as much as possible, as often as possible, and appreciate the heck out of everything. I appreciate you, Libra. I appreciate you making it to the end of this reading because honestly, I don't think like 99% of y'all do. So for those of you who are here, drop me a little heart down in the comment. I want to see if anybody made it this far. I would have really loved that. All right, Libra, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautifully blessed week. Try to choose to feel good and see where it takes you, all right? Y'all stay happy. Y'all stay healthy. Y'all stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Bye, Libra.